Alright guys, so I'm taking my Benefit Stay Don't Stray eye primer and I'm applying this all over the lid, and this is a really great primer for dry eyelids. Next I'm going to take Maybelline Color Tattoo in Bold Gold, and I'm going to apply that on the eyelid with my finger. And then I'm going to go in with my Smashbox Full Exposure Palette. I just recently did a review, so I'll put the link for that down below. But I'm going to take this soft brown shade and the brush that it came with. This brush is very similar to the Sigma E35 brush, the tapered blending. And basically, I'm using this color because it's like a soft, warm brown, and it's just a really great transition color. And then I'm going to take a wet wipe and this concealer brush, and I'm going to use this shimmery gold shade and apply that right into the inner corner. Instead of taking like Fix Plus or something that's a spray mixing medium, I'm going to use my wet wipe to wet my brush. And then I'm going to take the shade next to it. It's a little bit deeper, and I'm applying that right into the center of the lid. And then I'm going to take this end shade, it's even a darker brown, and I'm applying that right on the outer portion of the lid. By wetting my brush, it really makes these eyeshadows pop more than they would without wetting them. It just makes them more metallic. And then I'm going to go back in with my brush, not adding any more product, but I'm just using this to blend out the edges. Especially when you use eyeshadows wet and they become more, metallic, they can have really harsh edges, so you want to make sure you blend those out very nicely. And then I'm going to go in with this brown, and this is a crease brush, but it could be used as a pencil brush, but I'm really defining that outer V, deepening up the outer corner. And then I'm also going to apply that right onto the lower lash line. So I'm going to go in with this shade right here. It's a little bit deeper than that first crease color, and I'm using the same brush, but I'm just basically deepening up the crease a little bit more. And then I'm going to go in with the first crease color and apply that right onto the lower lash line, right over that dark brown. And then I'm going to take a pencil brush and this shimmery champagne color and apply that into the inner tear duct area. This is really going to brighten up the eyes. And then I'm going to take a fluffy crease brush. This one's by Sonia Kashuk, and I'm just blending everything out. The key is to blend, blend, blend. You really want to blend out everything so well. You don't want any harsh lines. It does not look cute. So I'm going to take my L'Oreal Lacquer liner in Blackest Black, and I'm just going to use the brush that it came with, and I'm applying this on the upper lash line and winging it out. The wing is optional. You guys don't have to do that, but I really love the wing, the effect that it gives. And I'm also kind of tugging at my eye a little bit because I feel like this gives you the perfect winged liner. You don't get any harsh edges. The line is just very smooth, no lumps or bumps. So I just like to tug on my eye a little bit. Next, I'm going to take my NYX Golden Bronze eye pencil. And this to me is more of a copper shade, but I'm going to pop this right onto the waterline. And then I'm going to take that shimmery brown and I'm going to pop this right onto the inner lower lash line. It's just going to help give a little bit of sparkle into that inner corner. And then I'm going to take the same brush with this dark matte brown and curl my lashes. And then I'm going to apply my L'Oreal Lashout Butterfly Mascara. I love this stuff. I know some people don't, some people do, but I love it. It really separates the lashes nicely. All right, so time for the face. This is my Estee Lauder Ecru Double Wear Foundation, and I've already applied my Miracle Blur primer on my face. So I'm going to use my Royal Care Cosmetics. This is like a angled kabuki brush. I absolutely love this brush for foundation. It's one of my favorites. I did do a review on these brushes, so I will link that down below in the description box in case you have not seen that. But I'm just blending this all over my face. I love this foundation. It has great coverage. It's long lasting. It has a matte finish. So if you have oily skin, this is a really good foundation for oily skin. Currently, my skin is more dry during this time of year, but it still works really well for me. And then I'm going to take my Anastasia Taupe Brow Powder Duo and the brush and spoolie that it came with. And I'm going to define my brows. So I'm just going to use small strokes to fill them in. And I like to start at the bottom of my eyebrow. And I really love this brow powder because it's taupe, so it's not too warm toned. Sometimes powders can tend to be a little bit too reddish, and I don't really care for them when they're too red, but this one's like perfect for my hair color, so I really love it. And I'm singing. So if you guys see me like talking, it's because I'm singing. I'm going to take my NYX Wonder Pencil. I love this stuff. So I'm applying it right under my eyebrow. I just feel like it gives a really nice, crisp, clean look to your brows. Makes them more defined. So I always use this under my brows. And then I like to blend it out with my finger. And then I'm going to take that shimmery champagne. I think I showed you the wrong one in the clip, but I'm taking the one that I used in the inner corner and popping this right on my brow bone. I wanted to give it a little bit more of a glowy brow bone color, or shimmeriness on the brow bone rather than just the matte color. So now I'm going back in with my brush and just kind of touching up between colors. It's really all about blending and about going back and forth between all the colors. So I'm touching up my mascara, adding another coat, and then I'm going to apply concealer. This is my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer, and it's the illuminating one. It's more of a peachy, pink toned concealer. It's really good for brightening. So I'm just applying this under the eye, the chin, the nose, and I'm blending it out with my Beauty Blender, and I'm really fast at doing this. I'm super quick. So I'm going to take my Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder, and I got this on Amazon. It was less expensive than the original price, but anyway, this is more of a cool toned sculpting powder, so it's really good for contouring. So I'm just using my e.l.f. small stippling brush for this, and I'm also going down the sides of my nose, right under the lip, and on the sides of my hairline. And under the chin, under the jawline. And then I'm going to take my Tarte Off the Cuff blush palette. It's a limited edition palette, and I'm taking the color Darling, and it's a warm, I guess a warm peachy color, and I just apply that on the cheeks. And then I'm going in with the Amazonian Clay Park Avenue Princess bronzer that's in the palette, and I'm just warming up my face a little bit more. And then I'm going to take my powder brush to blend everything out. And then I'm going to go in with my Neutrogena Shine Control powder, and I'm setting my concealer with this, and I'm also going to set my foundation. So I'm using a different brush here to set the foundation. I really like to press it into the skin, and I'm trying to use up all that powder. And then I'm just going to go back in with the Park Avenue Princess bronzer and just warm up my face a little bit more. And then I'm also going to go back in with my blush because I love to layer blush. It just helps it last longer. And then I'm going to take my Becca Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in Moonstone. And I'm just going to take another stippling brush and apply this right at the peak of my cheekbone to give me a little bit of a glow. And then I'm going to take my Rimmel London Lasting Finish 1000 Kisses Stay On Lip Contouring Pencil. This one's in Wine. It's a really good color for fall. It goes with a lot of my fall lipsticks that I've been loving. And then I'm going to take my Flirt Cosmetics lipstick. This is the High Wattage lipstick in Smitten. I love this color. It's one of my fall favorites. It has a little bit of a pearly finish to it. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And I'm just going to blot. And that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. And happy holidays!